Hey you guys, I'm Melissa Checketts. I am going to talk a little bit about setting goals, but here's the important part. We're not just going to talk about setting goals, but we're going to talk about achieving goals. And I think a lot of people are great at setting goals, right? Every new year comes around and you decide, oh, I'm going to do these things this year, and so you write them down, and then how long does it take before you've forgotten about them? Seriously, tell me I'm not the only one that like 2 weeks later I'm just like back into my old habits. And so what I have come across was somebody that I've enjoyed doing my personal development is John Assaraf. And he has a really good formula for not just setting but also achieving goals. So you guys have heard the saying, a goal without a plan is just a wish, right? And setting goals and achieving your goals is not a passive thing. You have to put work into those, into achieving those things, or else it's just not going to happen. You're just not going to achieve it. So the first thing you need to do is you need to set a goal. So you need to get out a piece of paper. You need to write it down. But here's the thing about setting a goal that I think a lot of people make a big mistake. It needs to be very specific. You cannot just say, so for instance, for this business, I'm going to get Success Club 5. You need to say, I'm going to get Success Club 5 this month by this date, and you need to have a specific date. It needs to be very specific with a timeline when you're going to achieve it. The same thing with losing weight. I'm going to lose this much weight by this time. I'm going to earn this much money by this time. And you need to be very specific with your goals. It also needs to have a specific date, because otherwise you're going to come up with excuses why you can take a little bit longer to achieve that goal, or why you can push it back a little bit and it's fine. But it'll just keep getting pushed back and pushed back until you've just forgotten about it, which is I think is just what happens so much. So once you've got your specific goal written, you need to come up with a plan to achieve that goal. And so John talks about having a strategy, a tactic, and a process by which you're going to achieve that. So you need to come up with certain things that you're going to do to achieve that goal, the tactics that you're going to use while you're doing your strategy, and then the process that you're going to use. And here's the great thing about being part of this awesome team, Forward Fitness. You don't have to reinvent the wheel here. There are lots of successful coaches on this team that have already shown us the steps and the things that you need to do in order to be successful. And so if your goal is to achieve Success Club 10, then you need to be doing the 3 vital behaviors. You need to be inviting people daily and just following what our leaders on this team have shown us to do. It's not, you don't need to come up with something entirely new yourself, because we already know how to do that, right? So I like something that I came across. It says, I'm just going to read it, so sorry. It says, the people that are committed to achieving their goals don't have excuses. They give up all the reasons and excuses for the way things are, and they put all of their focus on how they will and how they can achieve their goals. So if you're committed, you'll learn what you need to learn, and you're going to practice what you need to practice, and you're going to rehearse what you need to rehearse in order to be successful. And so the next step is we need to, once we've got our plan in action, or once we've developed our plan of how we're going to achieve the goals that we've set, we need to develop a specific habit of thinking about our goals and working on them daily. And so once we've written them down, they need to be placed in a place where you're going to see them and where you're going to be able to focus on them every day. And you need to come up with, you need to make a habit that you're going to think about these things and work on them daily so they become ingrained and become part of you. Goals and habits, like I said before, aren't passive things. You can't just expect to set a big goal and then not to change anything that you're doing and be able to still achieve that. And so if you set a big goal that you're going to get Success Club 10 this month, and it's already halfway through the month, and you haven't done anything up till that point to achieve that, then you obviously need to change something, or you need to do something different in order to achieve that goal. And so take a look and reevaluate if maybe something that you have been doing or a goal that you've set and you haven't achieved it yet. Go ahead and reevaluate and maybe look at some things and try to come up with a different way that you can work on it. So also you need to focus on reasons why you can and why you will be able to achieve those goals, rather than reasons why you can't and reasons why you won't be able to achieve those goals. So our brains, I think, are inherently negative, and so if we continually focus on why we won't be able to do that, and I think that it's just most of us have ingrained that in ourselves all our lives, just why we won't be able to do something, or we failed at doing this sometime in the past, and so why will I be able to do it now? It's so important that we are doing our personal development every day and finding reasons why you can and why you will be able to do that, and realizing that you will be able to achieve anything that you set your mind to. And so it's so important to grow yourself by through personal development, and in order to have a more positive outlook on everything. So here's what you're going to do. Just as a recap, you're going to set a goal, and it's going to be very specific. You're going to come up with a plan, and you're going to have a strategy, a tactic, and a process by which you're going to achieve that goal. And then you're going to develop a habit to think about it and work on it daily. And so let's all go set some goals. I know I've got some big ones this month and the rest of this year that I want to work on. So welcome to the team, and we're glad to have you, and let's go set some good goals, you guys.